Good morning, everybody.
What
Good
is
afternoon, everybody.
Is it afternoon already?
It's afternoon,
It's amazing how the time gets past you.
and I'm totally unprepared. I didn't even grab a Mountain Dew.
Dude, talking about unprepared, it is what it is.
Give me 1 second. I have plenty of time to prepare.
Gotta get the refreshments together.
What a week!
Yep. It has been quite a week.
Yeah,
Your collection of Amazon Prime boxes.
that was a discussion
What are
about.
you doing? Stockpiling for the cardboard shortage?
That was a discussion about. Please stop putting our leftover garbage in the studio room.
I see. I mean, it's like,
Yeah. Just because it's an area you're not using doesn't mean it's an area we're not using.
she's like, this is the perfect place for all the Christmas decorations.
That's the building. The building.
Hell yeah.
But I love her. Who cares?
Of course, you know.
So what's up, man?
Oh, you know, same old shit. Just got done with my daughter's doctor's appointment, dentist appointment. But, you know, just another long ass work week. Another pretty decent week for me. How about you?
Groundhog Day.
Hey, you know, that's my birthday.
It all
I'm
just
all
it
about
all just every day's kind of the same. It just bleeds together. As long as it's not a bad day, it's an average day.
Right. That's. I mean, as long as I have no major calamities in my life, you know, life is good.
Right.
I can't really complain too much.
Right.
Go ahead and put my old man spectacles on here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so talk to us about
Let's do it officially. Welcome to the Parley.
Yeah, the Appalachain Parley. I was just gonna get into that. Like, you said you were searching up our channel and just happened to find another middle of the road podcast.
Yeah, and they had a really nice set. It looked like they had been at it for a while. Probably got a little bit of money in it, so I guess it was finally time to move over. But
yeah, this is gonna be cool, man.
yeah. Like I said, we keep growing, we keep changing, we keep doing new stuff. I need to start a new email account so we can have an official email account just for the show.
Yeah, definitely need to do that. And that's easy. I mean, I could probably do that right now while we're talking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Setting up a Gmail account's easy as hell.
Right.
I think I got like 10 of them. I only use 1 or 2, but I got one for my business that I used to run. And
right. So, what's on your board this week?
oh, well, I mean, dude, you know, the one thing that I've watched that I find super hilarious, and I can't stop watching it, is the Project Veritas video of the Pfizer executive getting caught.
Oh my God!
Like, he's like, I was lying to him. I was trying to get in bed with the guy. Like, that's what guys do, is lie on first
Yeah,
dates.
he got fired. He got Pfizer.
Not as of yesterday. He was still an employee yesterday.
Really, because he reacted like a man who thought he was going to get killed here shortly. I have the video. Would you like to watch it?
I watched it several
I
times. I don't know.
was lying. No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
You were lying since you got caught.
Yeah.
You were definitely lying.
Yeah.
But the thing is
that going to be
here's
their
the thing.
defense in court?
Here's the thing for me, man. It's like, how far out of the loop? Look, maybe it's just me, but I know who my enemies are. Okay? And if I'm a super liberal executive who's in charge of this certain program, I'm going to know who my enemies are.
Right.
You know, most importantly, who the leader of fucking Project Veritas is. This guy is not like a random reporter.
No.
Everybody knows who James O'Keefe is. And when this man walked into the restaurant, like, it's not like you didn't know what was going on.
Right.
That was the thing.
Right.
Yeah, it was funny, and all the fallout that's happened since then. This is not somebody that Pfizer can just fire. This is someone important in their lineup. You know what I mean? This is top of the line scientist of some sort. Come on, Bing, what's going on? Give me my fucking search thing.
No.
So
This was great.
it was.
Let's let a few minutes of this play just for kicks and giggles since I got everything up and running this week.
Yeah.
I've been saying since we started this show though. What was it, like episode 2? I was talking about James O'Keefe and how much I love Project Veritas because they're scandalous, but they get results.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, they might have slept with 2 cops to get the story about the police brutality, but by God, they got you the story about the police
they're
brutality.
not like conservative though.
No.
They'll put you out just as quickly as they can anybody else.
I don't want conservative. I don't want liberal.
Right.
I want
news reporting.
Tell me what happened and let me decide for myself what I'm going to do with said information.
Okay, Walter, calm down. Can't expect too much now. Walter Cronkite, that's how he was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Look,
he didn't give a shit.
We
like,
invaded
the
Iran. We're killing 10,000 people tonight.
Right.
It is what it is. Yeah, let's watch this guy completely freak out. It's a good time.
It is.
No. No, directed evolution is very different. Well, you're not supposed to do gain function research with the viruses, like they recommend not. But you do like these like selected directional mutations to try to see if you can make more potent.
Yeah.
So there is research ongoing about that. I don't know how that's gonna work. There not be any more outbreaks, because like Jesus Christ.
So this is the latest from Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, who does these undercover video operations where he records people who work for, he's done someone who works at CNN, this is someone who ostensibly works at Pfizer, and the person doesn't know who James O'Keefe is or who the person doing the video is. Video dropping, and now he deleted his or took out all the other identifying information. Right, so we have to do that. If we're going to do that, though,
But
Yeah.
they wanted to promote the Orange Man Bad theory more
Yeah.
than they wanted to report the news.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about Donald Trump is, loved him or hate him, he was raising your ratings.
Yeah, he was good for ratings, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
I just don't. They said this morning that he's announced running, but
Well, he announced in fucking November, like right after the midterms.
but they said there's no logical contenders. There's nobody else thinking about running against him yet.
Yeah,
Nobody.
it's still early.
No. Yeah. So
You got to remember, the average time before someone announces their candidacy for president is like 480 days, which is just barely over a year. Well, not barely, say a year and a half. Was it 365? They said 480 or something like that. So it's like 120 days. So about a year and a half. So we're still a year and 9 months out. I'd say like May, June, you're going to start seeing a lot of fucking announcements.
I don't know any insiders that I think can contend with him. DeSantis, but
You're going to see your Mike Pence's. He's going to come out.
yeah,
You're going to see possibly some Mitt Romneys, some super strictly conservative people that, you know, like Mitch McConnell's, the Republicans that we don't really like.
Mitch
You know what I mean?
McConnell was campaigning with Trump 3 days ago.
Well, because Mitch McConnell knows that he's good for ratings, but
He'll ride the train to the next station, but he ain't going all the way, huh?
no.
Shit.
So I mean, dude, it's yeah, you're gonna see some candidates come out. You're gonna see a few off the walls. You know, I got a feeling that like something like your Pete Buttigieg,
I see it tossed.
he's gonna be a Democratic primary, probably primary the president, most likely.
I see Tulsi Gabbard running.
Not as a Republican. I think
Yeah.
she would win as a Republican though.
I think she will.
She's more center of the road Democrat enough to be a Republican.
Yeah.
You know, she believes in Second Amendment and free speech and all this other shit, but she also believes in helping the people and
Yes.
helping poor people and doing.
She'd make a great Democrat candidate. Just the DNC would never support her.
Because you can't control her.
Yeah. So
She says what she wants to say. You know, she's an Afghanistan veteran. That alone, dude, if you put 12 candidates up there, 6 Republican, 6 Democrat, and even if Donald Trump is one of them, if you, any one of those candidates that have military experience automatically get a nod from me. You automatically
Right.
move up the fucking ladder.
right.
And Tulsi Gabbard were to run, she's automatically getting my vote over Donald Trump. She just is. I like the
Hey.
movement that Trump has created, but the military presence alone is
Yeah, yeah.
for
no.
me, you get a notch above, you know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got the ashtray in here, bro?
Hey, Christy.
You're dropping the ball.
I am.
Give me that bottle top. That old Mountain Dew bottle top back there. Hey, Christy, what's going on? Hope your week was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I stand with that. You know what I mean? I do believe that you're going to see a pretty crowded field in the Republican side.
Right. Anything to water down the votes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And anything, because Donald Trump is such a polarizing figure, you're going to have someone in the Republican Party that's the opposite of him. Like a Mitt Romney. You know, I mean, but you're liable to see a few others pop up. There's been a few governors have announced.
Oh, we're good this week. Yeah. We got a little late start, but we've been revamping things, getting things together.
Yeah, if y'all didn't hear, we was searching up the name of our podcast and found out that there's another creator with the same name who has a lot more views and stuff. So apparently we had to switch it up.
Yeah.
So it's the Appalachian Parley now.
I don't mind it. I like it.
I like it too. It's unique and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't never even heard this fucking word until they said it on Pirates of the Caribbean. You know
I hadn't either,
demand
man.
a parlay!
But I damn sure like the word.
I like it. I want a meeting with the boss, motherfucker.
Parlay!
I want a meeting with the boss. Let's go.
I'd rather fight.
But
So, have you seen the Pelosi Act?
the Pelosi Act? No,
The Pelosi Act.
I have seen the video and heard the 911 call.
No. We'll get to the Pelosi video in a minute. The Pelosi Act.
No, they're trying to pass a law
Yes, sir.
that says you're allowed to insider trade. Is that where we've come across now?
Hang on. No, the Pelosi Act. Here, let me blow this up for the people. Okay, here we go. Now, Josh Hawley introduces the Pelosi Act to ban lawmakers from trading stocks.
Hell yeah. But here's the thing, man.
Preventing elected leaders from owning securities and investments. Pelosi Act.
But here's it's already kind of against the law. You already have a law in place that says if a lawmaker buys certain stocks over a certain price figure, that it has to be reported to the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. And they never do it. You know why? Because they're in charge of policing themselves.
Right.
It's not a matter of making a law, because it's no different than gun laws. Or the only people that are gonna obey these fucking laws are law-abiding citizens. You're not gonna stop, because what Nancy Pelosi's probably never bought a stock in her life.
Well, it's family members
Paul
too.
Pelosi's bought it.
It's immediate family members as well.
But the thing is, though, it's already unethical to do that. So you're making a law. Who's going to be the police? Who's going to stop them?
You're fair. That's a fair statement. The DOJ.
Well, we all know that they're corrupt as shit.
You know, they do. They need to take away a lot of the perks. I mean, I have no issue.
I want them to make money. I don't have no issues with that. But
yeah, and I think they should live high on the hog. They're representing our country. But it shouldn't be a long-term high on the hog. You get a good retirement if you stay long enough, but you shouldn't be making millions of dollars while you're in office.
Dude, you get a retirement, all you got to do is get elected. You get elected to a 2-year term or a 6-year term, 2-year in House and 6-year term in Senate. And if you get, let's say you get, hold on, go ahead, keep it going, man.
Well, according to, I don't know if this one says it, but the one I read yesterday, it said they have to report anything over. It says Pelosi is the wife of Paul Pelosi, the 82-year-old San Francisco-based venture capitalist whose net worth is said to be more than $120 million thanks to his big stakes, thanks to his holdings in technology stocks. Between 2007 and 2020, Pelosi and her husband saw their stocks portfolio balloon as much as $30 million. So this thing says if they make any stock investment or trade over $1,000, they have to report it immediately. And if they don't, if they find out about it later, they have to forfeit it all to the Treasury. That's what the law states. I was reading the other day. So Yeah, exactly. It's not a career. It's a public service. I think as long as you're in D.C., I think you should be riding around in a nice black Lincoln. You should. You should be wearing a nice, comfortable suit, something a little better than J.C. Penney. You should be, or should Congress be come as you are? Let the poor in. Quit making everybody run around and be.
No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's why everybody says we're a government of the people, for the people, but technically it's not of the people, because you're not going to. Of course, there are some outliers. Fetterman being one. George Santos is another one. There's a few outliers, Republican and Democrat, that just squeak through the cracks. But the average Joe cannot just wake up and become senator. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to really be in those circles.
Right.
You have to be backed by the Republican Party or the Democratic Party.
The thing about this document scandal is all of a sudden now you're hearing the hardcore leftists, man, they got nothing to defend this with. And they're like, oh my God. It's like there's a group of people in D.C. that are setting Joe Biden up because they don't want him to run for president. And I'll jump in every time and be like, you mean like a cabal? No, that's really how D.C. works. That's how D.C. works. If the intelligence committees decide they want to come after you, they are coming after you. Like,
yeah, that's the thing, man. It's rules for thee and not for me. That's how it always has been. That's how it always will be.
Right.
It's the same reason why you go back and you search every city's. Let's just go down to a small level. Every city in this whole country, every little small town and city, go there and search through their records that are publicly available, and tell me how many cops of that city have ever gotten a speeding ticket.
Right.
And then I'll believe you when you tell me that it's different, because it is. It's rules for thee and not for me.
Absolutely.
Cops don't get speeding tickets. Politicians don't go to prison. It just is what it is. That's how it's always been. And it's never going to change. And it's not a Republican or a Democrat thing. It's a freaking American thing.
With all the money floating around Washington, the American citizens could live high on the hog with a lot less taxes, and them guys still get rich. I don't understand. Like, listen, I wouldn't care. Be corrupt and get rich, but make sure my economy's functioning.
Exactly.
Make sure my infrastructure's good.
Yeah. And
I don't care if you're corrupt and get rich, if I'm taken care of.
Exactly. You probably wouldn't even have this many groups that are against the government if you just took care of the shit
you
that
were
we
supposed
need.
to be taking care of us all.
Right.
Yeah.
If we had good roads and the fucking economy's booming and we could start a business without being taxed to fucking death,
we wouldn't care
then
that
no
you were
one would
killing
care.
babies in Syria.
I wouldn't give a shit. And I wouldn't care what stocks you trade.
No.
Let's be real. Shit.
But while we're on Pelosi, do you want to go? Who wants to get in conspiracy theories?
I mean, you can always touch on conspiracy theories, but dude, I after listening to the 911 call and fucking watching the video, I'm 100% convinced that this motherfucker was really out to do some damage to Nancy Pelosi.
I agree.
It's not some secret gay lover or no weird shit like that.
I'll go with that, but I still have a couple questions that I would like answered.
Well, ask them. See if they can get answered. That's why we do this.
I have a couple questions I would kind of like answered. All right. Right here at the beginning, right here at the beginning, the officer's going to say something. All right, so let's turn this up.
With 8 departments around the country, including the Beech Grove Police Department in Indiana, where just prior to air, Sergeant Zach Horgan responded to a report of a toddler waving a firearm.
What is this? Toddler waving a firearm. Okay, so the hammer video is gone. I hate when YouTube does that.
You gotta love them.
Okay, so Paul had on matching pajamas. We'll just discuss this. Okay, you've watched. Okay, so Paul had on matching pajamas. Where was his bottoms? Okay, so he said he was sleeping in his bed. I'll give him the benefit of doubt on that. I don't wear pajamas. So I'm a boxer sleeper. So if I had went to sleep with a shirt on, I sure wouldn't have pants on. Man, legs moving up on my legs drive me crazy.
Right, but everybody's different.
Right. So I mean, I'm not going to question that. My question is, at what point between being woken up by an intruder and going downstairs and calling the police, did you stop to fix yourself a drink? That's my question.
Well, you know, like just the video.
I fixed it, I think. But at what point did you go downstairs and fix yourself a drink? When did you do that? But
well, I mean, what?
Actually, my question is shadier than that. My question is on the police end. I caught a couple things on the police end. So, if you pull up the video and watch it and listen, when the police are approaching the door, you hear him say, "We don't want Olive here." Now, who's Olive?
Hold on, what? Say that again?
When the police first get out of the car,
Yeah.
and they're walking to the door, they're talking. And he's like, "I don't want Olive here." And the other guy's like, "I darn sure don't want Olive here." So who's Olive? Is Olive a detachment? Is it a group? Is it a asshole cop they just don't like and don't want to deal with? They hope he's napping under a bridge somewhere. You know, Farva. You know what I'm saying? Is Olive Farva? You know what I mean? Like, who's Olive? But no, because and when you watch him breaking in through the back door, oh God. Okay, I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, when he's breaking in the back door, he's being very violent. He's
He
definitely
is
trying to get in.
He's definitely trying to get in. We can do it this way.
But car ramrod. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here.
Yeah, definitely don't want Olive here. I definitely don't want Olive here. Hello.
Who's Olive?
Okay, that's a question that can probably be answered at some point.
Okay. I don't really. Yeah, and yeah.
So I got.
There's no doubt he whacks him with a hammer.
After watching this video, after watching or listening to the 911 call and watching this video, I'm gonna actually take the opposite end on this. Okay. First, this 911 operator is a fucking joke. If someone's in your fucking house and has a hammer and like threatening to beat you with it, you're not just gonna be able to come out and say, "My life is in danger."
Right.
This dude is talking in code in a way, and the 911 operator missed it completely.
I buy that.
Like, she actually at one point said, okay, well, call us back if anything changes. This man is almost begging for his life as quietly as he can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as he identifies himself as Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband, and he says he doesn't know this person, they should have had fucking 9 cop cars headed that way. I'm sorry. I don't like Nancy Pelosi any more than the rest of them.
Well, okay.
But love her or hate her, she's a fucking elected congresswoman, and that house, as soon as he identified himself, they should have sent the whole fucking detachment down there.
Okay, I can't make this any larger, and I hope everybody can see what I'm doing here. So, actually, I can make it larger. I lied. I'm gonna make this bigger.
Let me step out here and take this while you're looking for that. Like she told me.
All right, now,
Yeah.
y'all ready? Now, he's going to come up here and he's going to start breaking in. Now, yeah, he's violent as hell. He's definitely breaking in. Keep an eye out right here. You're going to see a cop car drive by twice. I just found it odd. It looked like a cop car drove by. Hang on here. All right. Down that box, man. Throw it out in the hallway violently. So right here. I'm trying to remember exactly at how many seconds it was.
What?
Okay, I'm coming back here. Sorry about that, guys. If you watch back here, you'll see a cop car drive by. Twice. I just found it odd. Like you know, there happened to be a cop car drive by twice. I was watching on a 56-inch too, so it's a little easier to see. I think that's a headlight through the trees.
See, I mean, you know.
Because it moved. Like, wait a minute. You know, if I'm not.
It's San Francisco.
Yeah,
It's
that's true
possibly
too.
a headlight. It's definitely a headlight. Why wouldn't it be?
When I
But
was
it
watching it on
doesn't mean it's a
56
cop,
inch,
though.
if you watch it real close, no, it looks like it's got lights on. Yeah, I missed it. It's right when he stands up. Me and Joni watched this minute by minute the other day. That's him going back to get his stuff. He comes back with his tool bag and his backpack. Yeah, this dude was definitely, yeah, I think it's right when he stands up from here, maybe. Alright, now I'm looking stupid because I can't find the point in the video.
That's all good.
But if you watch it on a big screen, you can see it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you know,
I got a couple questions.
But at the end of the day, you know, those questions and those types of questions aren't really the ones that are going to get answered because this dude is definitely fucking mental ill.
Oh, dude, did you
He's
hear his
definitely
phone
mental
call
ill.
after the arrest?
Right. Yeah, that shit was weird as shit. You know
Like-
what I'm saying? Like, he was just weird.
That's the far right.
So,
I'm sorry. I say it all the time. The far right's no prettier than the
this
far
dude
left.
is fucking Canadian.
Canadian nudist, BLM,
Right.
attacking
He's not even
Pelosi
from
because
here.
of his rights.
You can't be far right or far left when you're from Canada. I mean, I'm sure they have their own parties, but I don't know if they're right or left like that. But
I don't.
still, like, I don't think I've ever heard far right. I just know this motherfucker's mentally ill. Period.
I think that's
I mean,
you know.
I think we all want to break Nancy Pelosi's knees, but not gonna do it. She's 80. It wouldn't take much. I mean,
Stay home, eat your high-end ice
right,
cream.
right.
Stay out of our lives.
Draw on your fucking eyebrows.
We see what you've done for the people of San Francisco. We don't need that.
And
Shit.
you see how nonchalantly those cops just walked up to the door. Just bebopping around there.
Right. Right.
That's the thing. I don't care if you like them or don't like them. I think that our politicians need to have some level of protection. And those cops just didn't give a fuck.
They should own a gun. But how?
I mean,
How do they not have a house alarm?
they got all that security and
You know, it could have been anything, but that video, like, just, I don't know. You can't do anything with it. You can't. He bashed that window in with real intent. Like,
well, no, if you watch the video, he started just casually trying to break it, but apparently he got frustrated because it was one point he was just kind of, and then he's like, apparently he got tired of being gentle. I don't know. He went full ham on him.
I mean, I could just make a hole and then open the doorknob, but I'll just take out the whole thing. Why not? Yeah. So what do you think about the cops? The Milwaukee issues.
What is it? Wasn't it Memphis? You talking about Memphis?
I definitely don't think it was that deep. There might have been a connection between him and Paul, and there might be a reason why he came there and broke in. Paul might have just quit talking to him. Paul might have quit giving him money. Paul might have owed him money. You might be right. Maybe Paul had a good time and said, screw you, I'm not giving you the money.
The 911 call, he clearly says he doesn't know him, but David's in the background saying he's a family friend. And then Paul Pelosi's like, he says he's a family friend, but I don't know him. And you can hear it in his voice. Listen to the 911 call if you haven't heard it. You can hear it in his voice. He's scared.
Yeah.
He's fucking 80 and he just got woken up by a dude with a fucking hammer. You can hear it in his voice. He's scared. Now, what happened days, weeks, hours, months before the 911 call? You know, there's a story possibly there. Maybe there's a connection. You'll never figure that part out.
You'll never hear it.
It's just like the minutes before someone turns on the camera. There's always something extra.
Right. You're never going to know that part.
So, it is what it is.
But I'll tell you what, whatever happened, what got caught on camera was him whacking an 80-year-old in the skull with a hammer. And
yeah,
you can't defend that without the rest of the evidence.
Yeah, nah, he's mentally ill and he's gonna end up going to prison. Period.
Yeah.
So
anyway. I don't. There's no. Yeah, you can't defend him.
So just as a heads up, man, I'm gonna have to dip out of here shortly.
All
Got
right.
some issues going on, but you're more than welcome to continue. You know what I mean, but let's talk. I got a couple more subjects that we can touch on if you want to.
All right.
But
well,
the Novocaine in my daughter's fillings is starting to wear out, and she's in pain, and there's no Tylenol at the house.
yeah.
So I gotta stop at Walgreens real quick.
Man, the Twitter drop this week. We'll make it quick. The Twitter drop this week. The Hamilton 68.
I haven't even heard it. Haven't even touched on it. I don't even think I've opened social media this weekend.
I've got Tylenol. You need some.
But no, I can stop and get some. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. A lot of surgeries going on last few weeks. Huh?
Thanks, Christy. Appreciate it. But she's 15, so you know she's not a kiddo anymore. But
Yeah.
she still needs her dad every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. When they don't need you.
But until they don't. That's why I fish.
Yeah.
Because I have something to fall back on.
Right. So Hamilton 68 dude was did my Twitter page go away yet? Hamilton 68 was oh Lord, you're not gonna let me. Nah, I screwed something up there. It was a program invented by the CIA and the FBI and all these services so they could communicate. Basically, Twitter was designed to silence people. The CIA, the FBI, and all these different, they were just, if you posted going to the Trump rally tonight, can't wait to get there, the CIA would just tag you as a Russian bot.
Damn.
That simple. Now you're, and then every so often, Twitter would go through, and anybody that was tagged a bot, naturally they would silence and get rid of them. So they got rid of they found in the Twitter drops that they were giving complete control to this platform that was called Hamilton 68 to silence, delete, and completely control the Twitter platform.
Gotta keep it running, man. Sorry about this, guys.
Oh, that's all right, man. So it turns out Twitter as a whole is just want to be a complete psyop and an attempt to silence one complete side of politics. I hope everything's all right with that, dude. Let me see if I can pull Twitter up. No. Did you guys follow any of the Twitter drops this week? It wasn't a money pit. Wasn't a money pit. They were blatantly paying Twitter to do it. I mean, could the government have laundered some money through Twitter? Maybe. Maybe. I really hate that I'm not any better with this program yet. Here we go. The Hamilton 68 dashboard. The source for stories claiming Russian bots push terms like the deep state or hashtags, like hashtag Fire McMaster. So literally they were letting the three letter agencies have complete control
over who was
Yeah, and Twitter kept saying we don't see any Russian bots, and the government just kept going whoop, whatever. I mean, you know. No, them's Russian bots. Yeah.
And they're the ones that spreading all the disinformation. And
our analysis has linked 600 Twitter accounts to Russian influence activities. That's how the site put it at launch.
Online was the low side of it. Was how the site put it at launch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hamilton 68 never released a list claiming the Russians will simply shut the accounts down. So, Twitter didn't even know what accounts were being flagged as Russian bots. Dude, it just keeps getting deeper. It just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Like
Yeah, this is
the alone what Elon Musk has released in the last 3 to 4 months has been alone detrimental to the truth of what's really been going on.
yeah, that's very true.
We went from, I think they're silencing conservative voices in social media platforms and being laughed at and called a conspiracy theorist, to evidence being laid physically on the table to say, hey, yeah, there was a platform designed to do that. Some guy named Bob at the CIA office. Hi, Bob. We just flagged your shit. Oh, look there.
You got edit responsibilities for
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Just tag anybody you want.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know you don't care about the border, dude, but if you haven't seen the video.
oh no. I
No,
do
wait.
care about the
Let
border.
me rewind. I know you don't care about the cartel shit, but if you haven't seen the video of the pillboxes the cartels have built about 300 yards from the Arizona border, it might start to interest you.
And that's all fine and dandy. Like, it's all great that.
And there was an announcement the other day that there has been an official hit or an official murder by cartels. Look, I'm sure cartels murders happen in LA all the time in reality. So I'm just going to not even go into that.
Look,
Yeah.
you know, there's a reason that it's the cartels and they do all that. Let's be real for a few minutes here.
Let's do it.
If we as a government decide that we really wanted to, we could literally take over the Western Hemisphere and nobody could say or do any fucking thing. There's not an army big enough to take out the Texas National Guard on this side of the world. Like, the Mexican cartels can do whatever the fuck they want. When the shit goes down, those pillboxes ain't gonna mean shit. Nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, we got missiles that penetrate 40 feet of concrete underground. That pillbox ain't shit.
Some half retarded guy named Earl will hit that pillbox with a piece of artillery from fucking New Mexico.
Artillery. A Texas farmer will put a fucking grenade in a slingshot. How sturdy can Mexican concrete be? Like, shit, we don't need an army to take out anything. I mean, dude, the Texas National Guard could obliterate the cartel if they really wanted to. They are not a threat. Let them do what they want to do over there.
Right.
When the time comes, it's going to come a moment in time, maybe soon, where we get a Republican-controlled majority in both houses, along with our Republican-controlled Supreme Court, and a good Republican president, are going to have aligning principles. And then and only then will we stop fighting wars across seas and start focusing here. And whether that means putting these cartels in check, I would say not. Because the cartels are there because they're making our government money. They're not there because they're all powerful. They're there because we allow them to be. They are the middleman. They bring all the Chinese and Afghanistan drugs here so that they be processed and made money. The CIA, all your alphabet agencies, they make money on the black market.
That's true.
When they seize these drugs, where do you think they go? You think they go to the incinerator?
Nah, going to the streets.
I think they go to the streets, and the feds make money. That's how they fund their dark projects.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't
a lot of
think
your
so.
big drug dealers that are moving kilos a month or something, they're there because the CIA put them there. And they operate in that area because the CIA allows them to. And I hate to say it, but if a street level cop gets in the way, it happens. Dude, I'm telling you, I wake up.
I'm not at all doubting.
I wake up on a fucking Tuesday and I'm like, high speed car chase in Philadelphia. I'm like, yep, that's some Jason Bourne shit. You see it all the time. You think it just happens? No, high speed chases don't happen. A normal everyday Joe is not gonna be like speeding my head. You know what
I
mean?
gotta quote Willem Dafoe again.
Like
Bad
shit.
television is to blame for this.
Yeah. Dude, I absolutely think it's some high-speed chase between a CIA agent and a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hear this shit, I'm like, this don't just happen. This is some real CIA movie shit. Because it really happens. If shit explodes at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, it just doesn't happen.
The egg factory burnt down. Did you see that?
Oh, God, here we go.
Yeah, no, they're like, it's odd that in the all these food factories burnt down, and I'm in the middle of the egg shortage, and egg factory burns down. I said, it's either a conspiracy theory or insurance fraud.
But you know it's not an egg shortage.
Yeah, I know.
It's a chicken shortage.
Yeah, but they're throwing that FDA shit out now, talking about eggs aren't good for you. Eggs are causing the sudden strokes in people. No,
I mean,
they might be.
no.
Yeah, because eggs are used in vaccines.
I mean, if you're allergic to eggs, then yeah, it'd probably be the death of you. But at the same time, it's if I remember correctly, the exact year I'm off, but I want to say it was 2019, 2020. Like right before the pandemic, or maybe even during the pandemic, there was this like epic fucking bird flu. And it was like 10 million fucking chickens that had to be executed and shit because they all had this fucking virus. That's the reason why eggs are so high right now. Everything affects us as consumers months, weeks, years ahead.
Right.
Like those chickens' inability to lay eggs and they had to rehatch a new supply set everything back 2 years. And that shit's hard to recover from.
I can see that, but I still don't believe in coincidence with everything else going on at the same time.
It's not coincidence. It's all man-made. It's all it's all like I know these viruses happen in real life or in natural life, but it's not as severe as it. They have to make it more severe because our immune systems are evolving to where the flu is just an inconvenience. 10 years ago, the flu, you were like, oh my God, you're gonna fucking die. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, the flu, you're gonna be off work for a few days, which is exactly what COVID's gonna be.
If you do that.
Whether you're vaccinated or not, you're going to be like, oh, I got COVID. I got to take 7 days off from work. No big deal. You know what I mean? That's how it's going to be. And then eventually they're going to come out with something more potent than that.
Right. But now we got people admitting to it.
Right. Because that's their business. That's what they do. I mean, how else?
Isn't that producing biological weaponry?
It is. That's exactly the thing. It's legal biological weaponry because our fucking government is pockets deep with the fucking pharmaceutical company. That's period. That's just what it is. I mean, it's sad, but that's what it is. Dude, let's be real. The pharmaceutical industry is not in it to cure anybody. Healthy people is not a business model that you want as a fucking pharmaceutical company.
I don't know. I think if you opened a hospital that people went to and they were like, they cured me. And there was a hospital next door where people were like, I've been going to this hospital for 15 years for that. I think people would start going.
Eventually, they would. Absolutely. But the problem is not the condition. It's by the time you get to that point, you're on so many medications that you have to wean yourself off the medication if you want, you know, and if you've ever been down that road, oh my God,
oh my Lord,
that's a fucking tough road.
Yeah, it is.
So, you know, healthy people are not, and if you want a healthy approach, you know, you gotta lay off the fucking television because it's so full of lies. You know what I mean? That food pyramid that we grew up with is so full of shit.
Well, I mean, the FDA completely changes all their standards about every 15 years.
But
completely. When we were growing up, you were supposed to eat like half a loaf of bread a day.
Right.
Now they're like, don't eat carbs.
But carbs don't make you fat. Carbs is a fuel source.
Yeah.
You need all of it. Carbs, fats, and proteins.
Yeah.
You need all of that shit. But they won't tell you that. And it's just like, you know, that fucking, what is it? There's a YouTube video I watched, and I have to try to find it, but dude's talking about how you grow. Oh, I think it's an interview with Ted Nugent, because he had animal rights activists upset that he hunts. And he was like, tell those same animal rights activists that you know what it takes to grow tofu. Like, in order to grow tofu, like every living, breathing creature in the whole, wherever they're growing it at, has to be killed and exterminated. Like squirrels and snakes and worms and grubs and
right.
Like, they just have to kill all this fucking wildlife just to grow some tofu. So it's like, you know, people want to be mad about anything, they're gonna find a reason.
Yeah, then Kevin Costner stole that on Yellowstone. He gave this vegan a conversation about how cute does it have to be before you care if it dies.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Nugent did that whole fucking rant. The Joe Rogan podcast.
Joni's like, I want to watch Yellowstone. I was like, I'm not watching it. She's like, why not? I said, because I'll be honest. If I see one more person looking like they dressed up in Yellowstone cosplay to go to Walmart or to Lowe's or no, stop. Everybody done grew the beard, bought a cowboy hat and a blue flannel shirt. Stop. Please. Stop wearing shower curtains for dresses. Stop. I know they made it look good on the TV, but stop.
That's why
you don't want to be Beth. Nobody likes it.
I think
like,
I've almost graduated though, Justin. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you. Maybe you'll get there with me. You know, I got a few extra years on you, so I've been on this planet, you know, just a year or two more than you. But dude, I think I've almost graduated. Like, when I go out and I have to go somewhere, I don't go to Walmart. I go to Target. Because their prices are not much more than Walmart are, and you know what? You can avoid a lot of fucking people. No. That whole fucking tombstone look, you don't see that at Target. I go in and get my shit, and I get out.
Every time I go to Target,
fuck Walmart.
They have almost exactly what I need, and I end up going to Walmart.
Yeah, see, I'm not. I've learned to adapt. I've learned to adapt just so I can avoid.
I don't need it now. I'll Amazon that shit because you'll get a 3-pack.
That's probably how I am.
But
I use Amazon as the last scenario.
No, every time I go to Target, I get mad and go to Walmart. They always have almost exactly. If I want Scrabble, they got word scramble. Like, if I want,
bitch.
if I need a plastic tea pitcher, they've got
14 different varieties of glass.
The hard plastic ones about that big around, like that. No,
just a little bit off.
No, I never go to Target. Every time I go into Target, I walk out empty-handed.
I still go to Walmart for some shit, but like I said, I've learned to I've learned to get what I need at Target just so I can avoid fucking Walmart just that 1 or 2 times. Because it's crazy. Or I'll drive my ass all the way up. If I were you, I'd go to Ripley Walmart. That's probably the same damn distance for you.
I just, man, it drives me up the wall, man. People wearing Yellowstone cosplay everywhere you go now. I'm not indulging in it. I'm not doing it. I don't like. You know what? I've just gotten used to people talking to me. I work with the public a lot, so.
I do too now.
And you know what? I love people that just walk up and with me. This one lady walks up to me. I mean, I'm busy as heck. I'm swamped. I'm behind. I'm stressing out. And this little old lady comes marching up to me and says, "Can you tell me where the buy one, get one free section is?"
It's right across the street.
Everybody in Joseph knows there ain't no buy one. And I just gave her this look like, what do I do? You know where I was? Did you ever play Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah.
I was holding L2 and trying to decide whether to be nice or agitate.
You got 2 bubbles?
Yeah.
What do I do here?
And I was just
You should
looking
have been
at
like,
her.
it's right over there.
And before I could say a word, she just breaks out laughing and she says, "Your face was worth it." And just turns around and walks off. And I was like, I said, "I love you. Thank you so much." That was Yeah, I just paused. Yeah, I had the 2 bubbles right here. I had a red one and a green one. And I was like,
What to do?
Well, listen, guys, we're gonna cut a short one this week.
Oh, you didn't have to end it if you didn't want to.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure by next week nothing will have changed.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that happened to me this week that was most gratifying by far was Adam Schiff and Swalwell getting kicked off the Intelligence Committee.
Whoa.
That was great.
No, we have not brought up the fact that the guy who was investigating Trump for Russian collusion was arrested for colluding with the Russian oligarch. That's a big one we didn't get to.
We'll have to.
You gotta look that one up. Could it be the Clintons?
Yeah, see? What we got here is old-fashioned whodunit.
Thank you guys for joining us this week.
Appreciate y'all. Sorry we had to cut it short.
We on for Monday next week?
Yeah, I'm off. What is next week? Next week might be Valentine's Day. I'm still off Monday, but not Tuesday. I'll get back with you, but I think as of right now, yes, we're still good for next Monday. No appointment, so regular time.
Yeah, John's hooked up to the YouTube now, so we might just start sharing random clip videos.
Yep.
Could get fun.
For sure. But till next week, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us, Christy. Y'all have a good week.
Later.